Boom.
Boom.
We're still working on that. We're still working on it. Don't worry. It's going to fix itself. It's going to fix itself.
Are you talking about the background?
We're talking about the music.
Oh,
Talk about
yeah.
that music. It's, it's very generic, but it's better than the StreamYard countdown, in my opinion. But it's a work in progress. Look forward to it. It's coming soon to a stream near you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 21 of Fans of Something Live.
That's us.
We are Fans of Something.
And we're live.
And we have KB Loves Movies on tonight. I was looking at when we were on his channel. It said 5 months ago. So it's almost half a year ago is when we were on KB's channel for one of his conversations.
No way.
Yeah. And now if you go through his conversation list, it's just endlessly piling up the conversation list. It's crazy.
We're so far.
It's exciting stuff to now be able to flip it. This isn't the first time. We're not what am I trying to say here? We're not trying to break any new ground here. He has been on other channels where they have flipped the script on him, but we have yet to flip the script on KB. So we figured, what the heck? Let's do it. Let's get him on. It's not a conversation because, well, that's his thing. But ours is just a casual thing. We don't have any predetermined questions or anything.
Any 5 takes.
No 5 takes. Although if we do get to that stuff, we'll, and obviously if the chat room wants to know, feel free to send in those kinds of questions. But let us see who is joining us before we bring in the man himself. We got Adrian James, faithful Adrian James, always here first. What's going on, Adrian James? I see KB clapping in the green room. Fritzky. What's going on, Fritzky? What is up, guys? That's what Fritzky looks like. Fritzky, she was wondering what you looked like.
Yeah, I guess I just forgot what your profile picture looks like.
In my opinion, he looks like Gabriel Luna in that picture. If you know who Gabriel Luna is. Tony over at Basement Blues. What's going on? How's the basement tonight, Tony? How's the basement? Luke Ponto. What's going on, everyone? Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you as well, Mr. Ponto. Laren, he was just in KB's stream. He's in this stream. He was on Fans of Something Live, episode 20. He's going to be on KB. You see it? It's like a multiverse thing going on here.
It really is. We have our own MCU.
Yeah, exactly, KB. We're all linked somehow. We also got Michael joining. Never watched Fans of Something. Michael, I like how blunt you are, man. I like how blunt you are. Never watched you guys. Well, hopefully you like what you see and you stick around, as Arnold said in Predator. We got Mizzy. What's going on, Mizzy? Let's see here. Jared Runner. What's going on, Jared? Wow, we even got Huck. Haven't seen Huck here in a hot minute.
Yeah, wow.
What's going on, Huck?
Huckster.
We got Kevin. Hi. You guys were interviewed by him after me. Yes, that is correct, Michael. That is correct. Was it that exact order? I don't know if it was that exact order, but yes, I remember you had a conversation with KB, and then we came shortly after. The conversations are excellent. Yes, they are. They are. Yep. I feel like we're not saying anything new there. They of course are excellent. Fish, what's going on, Fish? Good old Fish. I believe also you were in KB's stream tonight. Hello, everyone. Greetings from faraway Taiwan.
Kitty.
Wow, Fans of Something is over in Taiwan. Let's see here. Double feature podcasts. It's good to see you as well. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. The basement is nice and chilly, says Tony.
That sounds so nice.
Yes. Dell on movies. We were gonna I forget, Dell. We were gonna have you on for a stream, and that just never happened. Schedules couldn't line up. So we got to get you on at some point. Make your channel debut. I think it was the Lionsgate Steelbook stream. I think that's what we were gonna have you on. Let's see who else is joining us here tonight. Yes, that is correct, Michael. You mentioned you like my conversation. Yep, I would like a conversation with you guys. Well, we don't do conversations. That's KB's thing. That's KB's thing.
We're just live.
Yeah, we're just live, hanging out. All right, cool. Everyone's saying hey to everyone. We'll let everyone pile up the comments there. Also, send in those questions. We're going to quickly change the background so that the ticker doesn't get in the way of the KB Loves Movies. So there we go. Let's bring in that infamous ticker that is only on Fans of Something Live. There it is right there. And here we go, everybody. He gets the honorary drum roll. So let me make sure I have the right one pulled up here. I think it's this one. Yes, there we go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, movie fans, and conversation fans of all ages, it's KB. That was the drum roll, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Hello, kids. It's my favorite fans. How you doing?
Love.
She loves when you call us kids.
I love it. I literally love it.
I mean, honestly, give me your ages.
Go ahead.
I'm 21.
30.
Mhm. Okay. So Haley, you are the same age as my baby girl.
Oh,
So
Wow.
you are practically kids to me. So it's
I
all
am
good.
kids.
It's all good. I love it. It's a term of endearment.
No, it is. No, it's
Like I see, because we three have a group chat together, and whenever I see my phone pop up, "Hey kids," I'm like, "Oh, hello."
it's very what's the word?
Endearing.
Is it? Yeah. It's very endearing. Well, since we gave you our ages, KB, may we have your age?
I am proudly 52.
You're proudly wow. You do not look
Not
52.
at all.
1970.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, no, not at all. I wouldn't have guessed.
Wow, you were 10 when The Shining came out?
Yes, and I didn't see it until 17
Wow, man.
when
That's
it was
crazy.
on VHS by that time.
Wow.
Wow. Now, speaking of The Shining and horror and everything, something that you just recently attended was something that I'm sure you would love to go to. It was called Panic Fest, Fright Fest?
Yes, Panic Fest.
Fest.
Yeah. It's annual horror, mostly horror, sci-fi, thriller film festival. So everyone from local filmmakers to feature filmmakers, they get stuff from, the studios. So like they opened with Renfield, and the following night they had Evil Dead Rise early. So they get big movies, they get shorts, they get everything in between, and it's great. And I was able to meet the Rad Pack, so that also added to it because I have like local friends that was either working it or showed up, here and there. But it was fun to be an honorary member of the pack.
Yep.
And from it, I was deemed manager. So I humbly accept that position.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool.
That does sound cool. Speaking of, what did you think of Renfield? Because we haven't seen Evil Dead Rise. At least
Oh
not
my
yet.
gosh, Renfield was so much fun.
Wasn't
And
it?
yeah, and I don't know what your crowd was like, but I really think that if you have a really good audience, it makes the theatrical experience so much more. And I could tell you, I mean, it was Thursday, so it was really the first movie of the festival, but you had real movie fans there, and they were just hooting and hollering. I said, I have to see it again because I know I missed some lines. I missed a couple of jokes because they were reacting to the previous joke or the previous, action or whatever. I mean, it was a damn near rowdy crowd, and I loved it. I loved it. It really, for the first time, I felt that theatrical experience since I would say Get Out.
Oh, wow.
Pre-pandemic, like you felt you were one with the audience. And then the same thing the next night with Evil Dead Rise. So just a great crowd to watch, movies with, learn some new directors, catch some shorts, meet people. It's not like a convention, if any of you have been on our Instagrams, you might have seen me in the pack with Barbara Crampton, which for me that was a lot because I didn't even know her as a horror fan first. When I was in college, I used to watch Young and the Restless. It was like the college dorm thing to do is watch soap operas in between classes. And she was Leanna Love. So, it went back.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So when I met her, it was like I felt like I knew her. So I just acted like I knew her, and just went from there. Scout Taylor Compton,
Hmm.
Spider One, Chrissy Fox, whole bunch of people. So it was really cool.
For Evil Dead Rise, because I'm not too like I've seen the remake,
Hmm.
and I think that's it. I don't think I've seen any of the other ones, but like, is Evil Dead Rise in a continuity kind of thing, or is it just like a standalone?
It's a standalone.
Standalone.
You could see it without seeing the other ones. For a matter of fact, one of the new accounts that I've been following is this lovely UK gal named Meg's Movies, and she went to see it over the weekend too, and she hadn't seen any of the previous Evil Dead movies, and she loved it. So
Cool.
I think you could see it without seeing. Everybody does like that. If you're a fan, you go back and you watch all the previous movies, like leading up to it. More or less, people do that, but you don't really need to. It's nice to get the nods and the Easter eggs and all that stuff, but I mean, it's a good standalone, but it's a great franchise. So I think I was talking with Mizzy and we mentioned it earlier in the conversation. It's not a real bad movie in any of them. They're all good, if not
True.
great. So it all depends how you look at it.
Yep. Yeah, you kind of have gone down a right.
I kind of a
Evil
little bit,
Dead.
yeah. Because I really like. I watched the first one, like, uh, 81. I think that was when it came out.
Hmm.
And I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I was like, I liked Bruce Campbell, and that was
Yeah.
about it. And so I was like, all right, Evil Dead 2, nah. And then everybody was like, do it. Just do
I
it.
think I think it
Hmm.
was Laren.
Well,
I
yeah,
think Laren really pushed
Yeah.
her.
yeah, definitely. And I was like, ugh, fine. I am like a horror fan, and I have to, if
Hmm.
I have to see it to, like, live
Hmm.
up to my title. And I was like, I love this movie.
Yeah.
It, yeah. So everybody was right. Everybody was right.
Hmm. I was lucky. I saw Evil Dead 2 first because that was like when we would rent like 5 movies every other day and just like that, Ghoulies, Critters, boom, 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 back to back to back. And I didn't even want to watch the first one. And then when I watched it, I was like, I feel like I've seen this before. But two is still my favorite of the franchise. I mean, one is good, the originality, the concept, the whole thing, but two is so much better in my mind.
Oh, it's just so unhinged.
Hmm.
It's like if you gave the first Evil Dead some crack and then you filmed it.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
it.
Damn. Now now what's Army of Darkness? How does that follow up too?
Yeah, that I haven't seen yet.
I think Army of Darkness takes the comedic elements in two and just kicks it up a notch. So it's definitely more campy than
Okay.
one or two. So it adds that element. And I would say if you want Bruce Campbell at 105, that's the movie you watch.
Wow.
Sounds good to me. You sold me. Sold
Yeah,
me.
Wow.
boomstick. It's all about the boomstick.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that viral clip of Bruce Campbell when he was at the Evil Dead Rise like
Tell him I got
Q&A
to
or
shut up.
something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling the guy to get the hell out or something.
Wait,
Hmm.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what the context was of the guy that like yelled something. Do you know what it was?
Yeah. He was just saying that the movie sucks or whatever. And not knowing who's in the crowd, you got to be careful about those things. And it's not like he's the star this time; he's the producer, so you're messing with his money with the first crowd. So he was like,
Yeah.
so.
Wow.
But I think this movie will do okay. Did okay at the box office so far.
Yeah. Um let me see here. I want to pull up the chat because the comments have been piling.
Love the
Uh
chat.
yes, the chat's what gives this all life.
Hmm.
All right, let's see here. Where did we leave off? I definitely gotta start starring these things. Okay, here we are. We got I saw, hold on, where was it? Okay, Dell on movies. My youngest turns 21 in a few months.
Yeah, we're about the same age,
That's
and
so cool.
it's so weird because they're not kids anymore. They're like our middle lives with us, the third KB, if you ever see her in the chat, and she's like our roommate.
Mhm.
But then it's like I don't I don't see them as kids until we all get together, like for holiday, birthday, whatever. And then it's like my kids are home, but usually it's like, oh, you're going to get tequila. Okay, yeah, my child is going to get tequila. It's just that change of position that from them being little kids in high school and now they're adults and
Mhm.
have their own places and jobs and all that stuff. So it's just
Yeah.
that transition period, but it's
Now I
cool.
feel like a
Dell's
baby.
youngest turns 21 in a few months.
I feel like a baby.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
just right.
Michael, giving you some flattery. I thought you were 10 years younger.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
Basement Blues, my youngest turned 28, and my oldest just turned 31.
Yeah.
Wow.
My oldest, my son, his birthday is always falling like right as the Marvel movies that come out in May happened.
Mhm.
So that was like our thing every year. It would be a Marvel movie in May. We'd go see it. And they kind of went away from that schedule for a little while. So now we have Guardians coming up, Guardians 3, and he's turning 26. And I just like, all right, we're gonna see it in Dolby. We're gonna go all out, whatever. I was like, I got you a ticket, right? He's like, yeah, I know. I'm coming home. So
Wow.
yeah, it's like understood at this point.
I love it. Mid-level media stopping by. What up, everyone? KB is the man.
Kenny Levels, much respect.
Let's see here. Everyone's saying hey, 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 hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
You said earlier today you need to get a shirt or something, right? With everyone saying hi to everyone.
Yeah, everyone saying hello in the chat.
It's so true, man.
It is.
It's so
Everyone
true.
just, it's great because that's what the community is all about. You see people you see people you don't know, and you greet them and you make them feel welcome, you
Yeah.
know.
It's a
Like
community.
Gunchi, I love seeing Gunchi. Last week he was in a conversation and he's back this week. Welcome from Taiwan. Bring your
Yep.
friends. Hit the like
Welcome.
button, hit subscribe, follow the fans, that kind of thing.
Man, what time is it over in Taiwan?
Yeah. What time is it? If you're still watching, let us know.
Good question.
Michael loved Renfield too.
It was fun.
I just wish it had more Nick Cage.
More
That-
Nick
I mean,
Cage.
that's
Yeah.
what I could describe any movie as that. Needs more Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2 needs more Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Got Bob in the house. Hiya.
Hiya.
Bobby Blue.
Michael's letting us know he feels he will be grossed out during Evil Dead Rise. I think
Probably.
that's a thing. Yes, I think that
Yeah,
will probably
probably.
happen.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Yeah, don't let us know. I only watched the original from 81. Good to know. Eddie, what's going on, Eddie? Hey, some of my favorite people on YouTube in one stream. Fire.
That's my dude.
Yeah,
How's it going, Eddie?
Eddie's great.
Good guy.
Steve. Hello, Steve. I don't think we've seen you in the chat. Greetings, gentlemen and flick fiends.
Flick
Thanks for
fiends.
coming over.
I like that. Flick fiends. Double feature podcast saying Evil Dead is a great franchise, not really a bad one in the bunch.
Nope.
Off the
What's
top
up,
of your
sis?
head, KB, can you give us a
Yeah.
couple other franchises you think are just solid all the way
Ooh.
through?
That's hard. Every franchise has its stinker, and I think that's just a thing of going on too long.
Mhm.
If you do an original and a sequel and you push for the third, that third is gonna suck in a lot of cases. Terminator 2, Rise of the Machines. Eh.
Yep.
I can't
There's a
think of
lot
a
like
horror
that.
franchise,
No,
really.
no, I think that's really the only one. By the time you get to the third or fourth movie, every horror franchise takes a dip.
I mean, even my favorite franchise, Saw, had
Hmm.
Some would argue even like the sequel. Well, some would argue the first one isn't even that good.
Honestly, I could have, because I want the mystery, I would have been good if they just left it at one.
Yeah.
Although I appreciate the sequels because they add more of the backstory and more of the crime element into it. And I mean, after a while, you're just there to see the creative kills.
Yep.
Yeah, I
But
mean, there is really like an artistry when it comes to them assembling those
mm-hmm,
traps and thinking about like their logistics and like there's
mm-hmm,
some behind the scenes like on YouTube and I went down a rabbit hole a while ago watching all of those. Like
yeah,
it's like and they're all like real like contraptions.
yeah.
So they had to build those.
But I mean, if you just keep it at Amanda's backstory from one and the way they built that contraption that was on her head, that alone is like movie history gold right there. But then you get into the other ones, and it's like after a while, you're like, do I really want to watch a movie or I just want to see the kills?
Yeah.
Same thing with Friday the 13th. Um, I've seen all of them. They came along at the time when I was starting to date, so it was like a great date movie, you know. Hey, let's go
Perfect.
see Jason. But to say I like them, mm, I'm probably the only Bluetooth who doesn't have like that Scream Factory box set,
Okay. Yep. Yep.
and
That
it's like down to like 75, $80.
I was gonna say, wasn't that just on sale recently? They did like a
Hmm.
yeah. I saw them post about that.
Yeah, I could do without.
I'm trying to think because we we haven't seen 3 or 4, but the Psycho series. What about that?
I actually like, as much of a Hitchcock fan as I am, I actually like the sequels, especially two.
Yes.
Two is great.
2 is amazing.
I feel like the
Yeah.
odd one out. Like I've
Yep.
seen only praise for that, but I can't stand it. I
Yep.
don't know what it is. What's wrong with me?
I know what happens to me, and maybe this is the same thing with you, Haley. A lot of times it's like if the original's a classic, I find it hard to turn off doing a comparison.
It's
And
untouchable.
yeah, yeah, like don't mess with my Psycho. And I mean, once again, Hitchcock fan, that's one of my favorites right there. So it's like don't mess with it. But once I separate it, and it's like, okay, you're using the name. I mean, Hitch is not even involved besides a thank you. It's like, yeah, I could get into this because Norman Bates is just a classic, iconic character. So I
Yep.
just go off of that. But yeah, I can't put it in anywhere in the light with the original Hitchcock. No, no.
Yeah,
But I know what you're talking about.
it's probably like a subconscious thing, like
Hmm.
you're saying.
I do it too. I think we all subconsciously do it. People are doing it right now with the Evil Dead. You know, it's not Ash. It's not supposed to be Ash. It's supposed to be about the book, not about Ash. Ash is just another character that had to deal with the book. So,
Yeah.
I think I saw on because I was looking at the cast because I was curious for Evil Dead Rise. I was like, is Bruce Campbell in this? And in the cast, it's funny because he's labeled as like I don't know if he has a name or anything, but I think it's he appears in a cameo that quote might or could very well be Ash Williams.
hmm they that way, if people are like, you know, sometimes people bring up their Snapchat or whatever after the credits are rolling. If people see that, they still are questioning. So,
Yeah, that's funny. Laren's happy you enjoyed Evil Dead too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Army of Darkness has more comedy, fantasy elements. Cool.
yep,
Can't wait to see the new film.
definitely.
Bruce Campbell will be at Monster Palooza this June.
Monster
Where is Monster Palooza?
It's in LA, I believe.
Okay, so it's like a
The
big
cool
one.
thing about it is, as much as all these celebrities are doing autographs and it's hitting triple figures,
Mm.
his is still $50.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah, he's cool.
And you know what's funny? If I were to meet Bruce Campbell, like if I were to stand in his line, I wouldn't get him to sign an Ash Williams. I'd be like, can you sign the like I would hope he would have a photo of him from Spider-Man 2, where he's the ticket getter at the door and then turns Tobey Maguire away. That's my Bruce Campbell for some, and but then of course you can do the ring announcer from the first Spider-Man, you know.
Or the pizza guy in the new one.
Yeah,
That reminds me of a tweet I saw that made me laugh, and it was Tim Curry's birthday, so everybody was wishing him a happy birthday. You know, like listing things like Home Alone and Hellboy and
Rocky Horror.
Rocky. Why was I blanked so bad on that just now? I hate myself.
Yeah, good.
And somebody posted like, "Happy birthday to Tim Curry, my favorite character on Roseanne," and it was like him sitting at the table.
That's the amazing thing. Like because not everyone thinks of Tim Curry as Pennywise, you know, like it's
Right.
or not everyone thinks of Bruce Campbell as Ash. It's so cool. Like if you have that in your career, like if you have that real luxury of doing, like I was just watching, John Leguizamo, he did a panel at some convention and they filmed it. And he was literally every question John Leguizamo was getting was from a different movie. And the person moderating was even blown away. They were like, normally, like if it's Robert Patrick, all you're going to get is Terminator 2.
T2. Yeah.
You know, John Leguizamo was getting, I don't even know. Yeah, Spawn.
Menu.
The Menu.
John Wick.
John Wick.
John
movies.
Wick. He was, but it was funny. He was salty about, because he was, I didn't know this. He said he was cut, like a big majority of his role was cut out of John Wick Chapter 2. He was supposed to have a bigger role, and they trimmed it for some reason. And he's like, I haven't seen 3 or 4.
Boycott.
Petty.
So I was like, wow, John Leguizamo.
Yeah, who knew he was Petty White?
I love that.
But it was so cool, like to just, you know, like if you have that luxury of having that career that spans generate, you know, gosh.
And more importantly, that people recognize that and want to reference it and maybe want you to sign like a movie or a poster or whatever from it.
Yep.
So I can't imagine Stallone, you know, all the iconic movies. You got Rocky, you got Rambo, and then you got other things, Demolition Man, on and on and on. So
Dell on movies. Didn't get to see Evil Dead Rise this weekend. Trying to find time to sneak out during the week. Fingers crossed. Let's see here. That's funny because it almost looks like John Leguizamo, but it's not. It's John
the Juggalo.
Juggalo.
John Doe Juggalo.
Well, hello,
What's up, man?
What's going on, John? Do you know John?
He's been in a couple of chats, so good to see him. Thank you
He's
for
cool.
coming in.
He's cool. All
so
right,
far.
All right, so far he's cool. All right. Since we're sharing, my only one daughter is 15.
Baby. Little baby.
All right, and we got an answer. 9:20 in the morning.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
There we go. Over in Taiwan.
Awesome. Good morning.
Yeah, like ready to start your day.
Right.
Yeah. And he started it with me at 7 o'clock. Hello.
Wow.
Oh my god.
12 hours ahead.
Wow.
Tony's Meatloaf. I feel like I am in the minority in thinking Renfield was just okay. No, actually, Tony, I share sentiments there. I don't know that I'll ever rewatch Renfield. Like, I don't know that I'll ever want to see it again.
It was
Like I
too
said,
much Aquafina for me.
It was a fun theatrical experience.
Yeah. Aquafina, I think, almost stole the show for me personally. Like, I really enjoy Aquafina's like presence and humor, and I can see like that just divides people. Like I think because we had a small crowd in our audience, we went to a matinee, and I could kind of feel like no one laughed, right?
No, it was like
nobody laughed.
It was kind of haunting.
Yeah, during the whole movie, no one laughed. So like there was only maybe 5-6 other people in the theater with us. So, but
yeah, quite the opposite. Mine.
Jealous.
It was full, It was rowdy. And like I said, I missed the line, so I need to see it again
There we
before it
go.
leaves theaters.
Nadia over at Horror and More. What it do,
What's
cool
up?
peeps? Yeah,
What do
good
you
old Nadia. Good old
That's for
Nadia.
Nadia.
There we go. Death sentence.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah, make the joke. I don't know if I've
Yeah,
seen that movie.
she doesn't remember saying it. That's the joke. Fans of
It's
something.
memorable.
Nick Cage will be in person Thursday night at the Chinese Theater for Valley Girl.
What?
Wow. Speaking of Nick Cage,
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, it's such a it's so weird that his career did what it did there, where he, like, I don't know the fine details of it, and I don't really care to know them, but like that whole point in his career where he was like getting like tax stuff, like he was like going downhill real bad,
Mhm.
and it's just like how like you're Nick Cage,
How do you
man.
rebound? Well, one of the stories I heard is that the way it was told to me is that he took National Treasure a little too seriously, and he kind of went out on a few expeditions
Oh
looking
wow.
for treasure.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I did not stutter. You heard me correctly.
Those are KB's sources right there. Those are his sources.
Yeah,
Was
sources
he really
will
trying to
remain
steal the
anonymous.
Declaration of Independence?
Maybe not, but he probably was looking for some sources of fortune.
Man, I don't know. It's just a
Just
shame
pay your
that,
taxes, boo. You know?
right?
Yeah.
It's just a shame that happens, but I guess
But-
he's okay now. I
but-
don't know.
Yeah.
You know, that's not really out of character for him. I think.
Kind of-
Like,
kind of
Yeah.
fits the character.
No, it makes sense. Like,
Mhm.
I get it. Now,
So-
if
Yeah.
you said that about like John Leguizamo, I'd be like, huh?
Yeah,
Like you're
what?
literally lying. But no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I get
Sometimes you become the character, sometimes the character becomes you.
Nick Cage.
Someone pins you up against the wall and says, "Hey, KB, favorite Nick Cage movie? What do you got?"
Why is somebody
Ooh.
putting you
I don't
up
know.
against the
Why did someone
wall?
pin him up against the wall? Like that's just weird. I don't know.
Are they as
That's-
tall as me? Because I might have a chance. I don't know. That goes deep. I could do a recency bias and say Pig, but I won't. I'll say Face Off because that movie's just fun. Face Off is just fun.
Yeah, Face Off is fun.
I have such good memories with seeing that both in the theater and home media and everything. So yeah, Face Off.
All right, but you said Pig, so I think that's because we were gonna
That's a
watch that the other
sign.
night. I think we're gonna watch it tonight now because you said Pig.
That's literally a sign.
Yeah. I want to hear what you think about it. So shoot me a DM or something.
Well, it's
Pig.
because he said that was like his favorite movie that he's ever done or something.
He went
right?
on the Stephen Colbert show, I think, and
Mhm.
he did Nick Cage's top 5 Nick Cage movies, and Pig he said was his favorite. So
It's so different that it's memorable.
okay,
That's the best way I could say it. I mean, you could watch Vampire's Kiss, then watch Pig, and try to convince yourself it's the same person. So, yeah.
Well, he looks like wild from the poster. Like,
Yeah, very feral.
yeah, feral Nick Cage. Like, if you got him and Tom Hanks from Castaway in the same room together, like, I don't know.
And Nick Offerman on Last of Us, just
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dear God. That should be like on pay-per-view.
Mm,
Scream is solid
Yes.
all the way through, in my humble
Yes.
opinion.
Really? With
Yes,
Courtney Cox's bangs?
Yeah, I was just about to say minus the bangs.
Minus
Minus
that
the
third
bangs.
one.
Yeah, that third one. I went to visit my friend, and we were just watching movies. It's what we do, and we were tweaking his. He has a Dolby Atmos setup, and
Oh,
we were
nice.
tweaking it, and then we watched Top Gun Maverick, and it was over. And he has this tendency to have like a couple thousand movies, but if he sees something on cable, he'll watch it on cable with the commercials. I'm like, dude, but it's right. And commercials and all, like, had me watch Triple X.
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, can
With,
I get
With Vin Diesel?
the second one? Not even the first one, the
with
second
Ice
one.
Cube. With Ice Cube.
Yeah. Oh no. Which is there a third one?
There's a third one. It's called Return of Xander Cage.
That's it.
That's the one. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, I know you have the Blu-ray. Can I just go dig in a box and get it? He's like, no, it's on TV. It's fine. I was like, commercials aren't fine. And I literally sat there and watched it. But I say all that to say, when we finished watching Maverick, Scream 3 just started on that same channel. And he's like, I can't even watch this shit. So, and he's a big Scream fan, but it was funny. It was just funny how he was like, no, I can't watch this movie on here.
Yeah, my grandfather, whose favorite like movie franchise ever is John Wick. He wanted me to tell you that he was just watching John Wick 2 and 3 yesterday.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it comes on TV, like it's on all the time, no matter like what
Mhm.
channel it is, right? And when he's channel surfing and he sees that sound, it's like, all right, I'll watch it. You have every single movie on Blu-ray. You watch them
yeah,
every day. Why
yeah.
are you dealing with these commercials that you don't have to sit through? And it
Mhm.
it also it definitely censors some things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. And
So
they cut
it's
it for time and they extend it with all the commercials. The only time I'll do that is like if I'm like, let's say I'm watching Netflix, HBO, whatever, and the movie ends, and you know how they always bring up like other movies you might like, and I see something else, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got that, but it's right here. And no commercials, and it's right here. You know, by the time I get up to go find it, get it, put it in the player, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just watch this here.
yeah, I can't wrap my head like it's one thing to have like a streaming service with ads like Pluto or Tubi or any
Tubi,
of
yeah.
those. But it's like, some of those movies you can't find elsewhere unless you pay for it. So it's like, whatever, okay, fine, I'll deal with some ads. But that's
Hmm.
by like choice. And that's like
Yeah.
because I probably don't have it physically. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can't, and it's not censored. I just can't fathom
Yeah.
cable movie experiences.
Can't watch something on TBS and enjoy it.
The third Halloween was fun. It took in a different direction. Yep. I know Nadia is a big fan of Season of the Witch.
Yeah. It's so interesting. It's like revision history because when I was that age, when it first came out, it was hated so much. So yeah, it's just nice to see people appreciating it because even the song was so annoying to people, and now people are like it's a classic. I'm like, okay,
But
I liked it.
since I've never seen the movie, this might be a stupid question, but is it the song "That Must Be the Season of the Witch"? Is
No,
that the song?
No, it's the Silver
no,
Shamrock.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, it like comes on the TV and makes the kid's head explode.
Oh,
Right? Right?
I just read Dell's comment.
This guy ain't no real blue tuber.
Yeah, get him
Hey,
out.
I'm
Get him
a
out of
real
here.
blue tuber. I still have my original Nightmare on Elm Street box set on DVD, so that's where I get in.
That's a cool one. Yeah, like from the side, it's like his profile. Like
Hmm.
each one has like a part of his body when you
Yeah,
pull it out. Yeah, it's pretty
and
cool.
that's still my favorite franchise, bad movies and all.
Nightmare.
Hmm.
Are you excited for? Do you know about that fan made film, Dylan's New Nightmare, coming out?
Yes, yes, I've been following them since they started doing the fundraising. So
Cool.
yeah, it's nice to see Miko reprising the role, and
Yep.
I just watched this thing on Robert England. It should be out soon. Called like Hollywood Nightmares and whatever, but it's basically his Hollywood story. Everything he did before Nightmare, him on V as Willie. I used to love that show. And then Nightmare, of course, all the hoopla around Krueger,
Whoopla!
and and then everything after that that he did. And I was sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot he was a professor in Urban Legend.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the last time I watched Phantom of the Opera, as bad as some people think it is. And oh my gosh, I've only seen Wishmaster once. So I just wanted to leave there and just go watch like a Robert England marathon, sans Freddy. No Nightmare movies, just
No
all his
Freddy.
other stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe an episode or two of V. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah. Who remind me again? Because I do remember he's in Wishmaster, but who is he again in Wishmaster? Do you-
Um,
Do you remember?
It's so funny because I'm trying to think of it, and I'm seeing Toby Hooper for some reason
Okay.
because I think there was something about he was supposed to be in it. No, he was supposed to be. I'm getting all the stories mixed up here. He was supposed to be Jason in Freddy versus Jason. They
Toby
wanted
Hooper,
it to be, yeah.
the
They
director of
want
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
no. I'm totally getting confused. Kane Hodder.
Kane
Sorry.
Hodder. Yes. Okay.
Yes, I'll be okay. He was supposed to be Jason in Freddy versus Jason,
Yep.
and they went with the other guy who was in the
Much
previous
taller.
movie.
Much
Yeah.
taller.
Different walk, totally different walk.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were discussing all that in the movie. So I think it's Wishmaster where they got a chance to both be in it with Todd Terry. Yeah, like I said, it's been so long I don't even remember.
God, that movie, because I have that. It's the Vestron video series, the four disc set, the collection, right?
Mhm.
Is that? Oh, you don't know?
No, I saw it on VHS. That's how long.
Oh, okay. I think it's from Vestron. They released like the whole collection of Wishmaster movies.
Nice.
And pick that up. So we got to watch that as well. Like you would really
I'm so
dig Wishmaster.
lost.
Wishmaster is a lot of fun.
I've never heard of
I don't know about the sequels, but
Yeah,
I know that first one's a lot of fun. So
yeah. It's just interesting to have the three of them in the same movie.
Yeah, it's just like horror icon after horror icon in that movie. Just everybody's in there. Let's see. How could sequels work if Psycho is in black and white?
Different movies.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's because it's just was Psycho could have been in color, but Hitchcock chose black and white, right?
Yeah, and he used his Alfred Hitchcock Presents crew
Right.
to record it. So
Right.
yeah, and the black and white helped them pass the censors with the blood.
The blood.
Yeah, if it was in color, then
So much blood.
if it was in color, then it obviously would be chocolate.
Yeah.
And good comment here, because I think that's another reason why it's also jarring to a lot of people is you do go from the black and white, which has this very classic feel to it, to 20 plus years later, and then you get the sequel and it's in color and it's so much more violent than the first one is. Like there's actual stabs, like you see it, you know, because they're competing with Friday the 13th and all that stuff.
Yeah, all the slasher movies.
Yeah, so like I understand why it's jarring to a lot of people.
Yeah, like honestly, I just take it like the character is in a different movie.
Yeah. And but that's what I love about Psycho too, is he's trying to get away from it all, and he just keeps being pulled back in. It's like the mafia. He like one last job, and they keep pulling him back in.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, it's like John Wick. Vinicio, what's going on, Vinicio?
What's up, brother?
FOS and KB, the OG. Let's see, what do we got here? I say this all the time. Psycho 2 rules. I agree, Laren. It does rule.
Yeah,
Pops,
you say so.
from Pops Movie Dungeon loves that movie.
Yep.
Loves that movie.
Ooh, very cool, Huck. I got Bruce Campbell to sign a pic of just him in a Hawaiian shirt for his role in Burn Notice.
That's another good role. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's dope.
What?
Is he in? He has to be, but I've erased Spider-Man 3 from my brain. So what is Bruce Campbell's role in Spider-Man 3? I can't think of it. Can you?
Oh my gosh.
I can't think of his cameo in Spider-Man 3.
Every time I think of Spider-Man 3, I just think of that god-awful like dancing and just creepy Toby.
Creepy Toby.
Creepy Toby. Creepy Peter Parker.
Is that the dance that like everybody parodies where he's like
where he's just like this?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3.
Yep. Good old Spider-Man 3.
uh
Chat room, if anyone knows Bruce Campbell's cameo in Spider-Man 3, please help.
Yeah,
Tim
please.
Curry was on Roseanne.
I believe it was Roseanne. I have to find that tweet again. It's one of those. sitcoms, a la Roseanne, I think.
What's going on, Matthew?
Hello.
What's up, Matthew? He was in the conversation earlier as well. Thanks for coming over.
Benicio seeing Evil Dead again tomorrow. Yeah, I was reading somewhere that it's like on track, like doing really, really well in terms of box office numbers. So that's good to see. And then Super Mario Brothers is about to cross $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
Billion.
Well, I don't know if it's
go.
I don't know if it's about to cross $1 billion or it's on track to cross $1 billion.
Semantics. Yes, it's gonna cross $1 billion.
It'll cross. Yeah.
But
The whole thing
I
is
mean-
there's no other kids movies coming out anytime soon. So
Yep.
parents who just want to take the kids for an hour and a half and have them shut up, they're taking them back to see it over and over.
Have them shut
And
up.
the 20s and 30 and 40-year-olds who grew up on Mario, they're seeing it over and over. And apparently there's a new love for that song in the movie that has people going back to see it too. The Peaches song.
it's a contender for
The Oscars. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Imagine if it can you actually imagine if it wins?
I
know?
think I would lose it.
Because remember this time last year, people that's when Everything Everywhere All at Once kind of came out. Somewhere around this, early
April.
in the year. Yeah. And a year later, it wins Best Picture. So imagine if this movie, Super Mario Brothers, comes out with this really catchy song, and then a year later, it actually takes home the Oscar for Best Original.
I think I will literally lose it. I will go to the mountaintops and scream from the top of my lungs.
We've had Blame Canada. We've had Man or Muppet. We've had It's So Hard Out Here to Be a Pimp.
Yes. That's a good one from Hustle
and Flow.
That's a good movie too.
Why can't we have Peaches?
That's true.
Man or a Muppet.
That's 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good movie. Hustle and Flow. Is that Lionsgate? Do you know if Hustle and Flow is Lionsgate? Because if it is, I'm fingers crossed for a steelbook.
That would be a fun steelbook.
Hustle and Flow.
Imagine the inside is just all the egg crates from the studio on the wall.
Yep. Yep.
That would be fun.
Oh man.
I've never heard.
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good kind of rise movie, like a rise and I forget I haven't seen it in years, but it's like a rise and fall kind of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Guy decides to be a Southern rapper.
Yep.
And
it's
a good
Terrence
rise.
Howard.
That's right, man.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
And you know what's another because there was a summer I was up in years ago. I was up in Boston hanging out with my cousin, and he just showed me movie after movie. So we went on like a marathon of these kind of rise and fall biopic movies. So we watched Hustle and Flow, and I think in a day or two we watched Notorious.
Ooh.
The biopic about Biggie.
Not the Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Yeah, not Alfred Hitchcock's Notorious.
There's no rise and fall in that one.
But Notorious about Biggie, and that's another really good movie.
Yeah, and then the same guy who did that, who played Biggie, and that played the same character in the Tupac biopic, All Eyes on Me.
Okay,
he reprised his character.
That is
and
cool.
I love when that happens in movies. I always talk about how Out of Sight and Jackie Brown, based on 2 Elmore Leonard novels, and they have the what's his name now? But it's I don't know why I'm going blank. Maybe there's some fumes down here or something. Michael Keaton plays the detective, which is a character in both books, so he's the same character in both movies.
Wow.
You sold him with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Best Batman.
This is a random question, but if
Yeah.
you were to have a biopic made of yourself, who would
Ooh.
play you?
Sterling K. Brown, because people keep telling me.
I love how
don't
quick
see
that
it.
answer was.
I hear it all the freaking time. I feel like, okay, he's not ugly. I should feel like, oh, thank you, whatever. Like this one lady, like, I don't know if she was trying to, mm, but she's like, I really thought you were Sterling K. Brown. I was like, really?
Hold
I
on.
don't see it.
Hold on. I got to look up because I'm for some reason Sterling K. Brown's not coming to me.
This Is Us.
This
If
is
you ever
us.
watched that show and cried.
Let's see here. Hold on. Sterling K. Brown. Oh, okay. I know who he is. Okay. All right.
Another good movie with him, Waves. Yeah, that's an A24 film if you've never seen it. Underrated, really powerful film. He plays a dad in one of the stories, but really, really good movie.
What do we think, chat? What do we think? KB?
I can see it.
Get some glasses on him. Him with glasses.
Yeah.
There's a couple out there. I think he wears it on This Is Us.
Okay.
Get him some glasses, put him in a cap.
Funny enough, that photo of you that's I think I'm pretty sure it's your profile picture on YouTube where it's just like it's like your head's
The
tilted
brow.
down. Yes.
Yeah, like this.
Like that. Yes. Funny enough, to me, and I could be totally off here, but to me, that looks like Kanye.
Someone told me once it reminded them of Jay-Z.
Okay.
I can see
So
Jay-Z.
I could see it either way because it's the way the shadow is casting
Yep.
and you just see like the outline of like my mouth, my lips. So
Yep.
yeah, I could see it. I like that one.
And to say that Jay-Z could play you in a biopic.
Ooh.
I'd rather have Sterling K. Brown. He's a better actor.
Yeah, definitely better actor. Yeah.
Jay-Z could do the soundtrack. I'd like that. Brooklyn represent. Oh, there you go.
Spread the love.
Hey.
It's Brooklyn.
Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way.
What do you think of random? But that's part of what this all is about.
That's what this is.
Did you ever see Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
The show?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Okay.
It's funny. I never sat down and went through it season by season, but like when I would catch it, it's my type of humor because of the timing. I like cadence in my comedy, even if it's like super dry humor. If there's like quick timing or cadence to it, I love that stuff. That show is hilarious from what I've seen.
The only scene, because I really wanted to watch it, but I'm not really a show person, so you have to sort of get me in the right time to get me to sit down and watch a show. But what I had seen is like, I believe it's a pretty iconic scene with like the guys in the lineup, and I think they end up like singing a Backstreet Boys song or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that.
I was
just tickles
laughing.
my funny bone. I grew up on everything from physical comedy like Three Stooges and Little Rascals to all the 80s and 90s comedies. So I like and Seinfeld and all that stuff. So anything with good comedic timing, I'm there for it. So
yep.
And
I love a
just
dry-
make it outlandish too. I like outlandish comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love dry humor. Like, some of my favorite people are the Monty Python people.
I was just thinking that when you said that.
Yeah, and talk about outlandish, and it just keeps hitting you in the face. Like,
It's
what
a
if
flesh wound.
it's just a flesh wound? I love it.
Have you seen Spinal Tap?
I have. I
Okay.
love that movie. I
Yeah,
literally love that movie.
yeah.
And I
They
just
keep
sort of like
changing drummers.
because they just disappear. Like, our last, like
Yeah.
all of our drummers disappeared. Want the job? Disappeared. Oh my god, I want to own that movie. Like, I will get. I would have to hunt down a Criterion of
Yeah,
it,
the Criterion DVD.
but
Or they just need to properly re-release it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice.
It's like, I think it's number 12 or something.
Yeah,
So
it's
like
one of the
really-
early ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael wants to know, KB, did you watch Death Sentence?
I just got it.
So you've never seen it.
I swear I saw it a long time ago. I just don't remember it. And
Okay.
I have a feeling that if I did, it's going to be one of those movies as soon as it starts, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember this movie.
Yep.
So,
It's got I thoroughly enjoyed it. It has one of my favorite one takes in any movie that I've ever seen.
yes,
Uh,
Bob tells me about that scene in detail. Every
yeah.
time that sentence comes up, it's
It's a
like one of his favorite scenes of all time.
yeah, it's so incredible. Like when it was happening, I was like, wow, it's still going. Wow.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
and for some reason you don't remember
I
it. I don't know why you don't remember this movie.
Like when I was asked about it for the first time, I genuinely didn't think I saw the movie, and it
Yeah.
wasn't even that long ago when I had. And I mean, even in this moment right now, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you. I'm so sorry, Nadia. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she was. Aquafina was one of the better parts of Renfield.
Like I like her, but
You're right. She has a way to steal like scenes and stuff. The
Yeah.
Farewell. I'm on an A24 trip this month, but that's another one. The Farewell. She's great in that, and that's like a dramatic movie. So
Yeah.
go figure.
I like her, but I just wanted more
Nick
like
Cage.
Nick Cage
Yeah.
and Holt.
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Holt. Like I wanted
Mhm.
more of their toxic relationship, if you will. And
I
like
hear
'cause
you.
I didn't really care of too much about like the whole sister thing. Like
Hmm.
I was there for the people on the poster. God damn it.
Yeah.
That almost seemed like an afterthought, just to show her being compassionate or whatever. I don't know. The whole sister line.
Yeah. This is a good question from the Home Video Junkie, by the way. Hello.
Hello.
This will be KB. You can answer first, then we'll follow up. Favorite and least favorite Best Picture winners.
Okay. I am a Hitchcock fan, and he deserved a lot more than just one Best Picture winner. So I'll have to say my favorite is Rebecca. That's only one of his movies that got a Best Picture win. And least favorite, I will say Shakespeare in Love because it was fabricated. And there were movies much more deserving that year than that one.
Yep. Agree. What do you got?
Best one off the top of my head is Silence of the Lambs. I mean, that's like one of my favorite movies of all
Me
time.
too. Can't be too
Uh,
far from here. I always have it nearby. Oh, Criterion's over there.
Isn't that I love that cover.
Yeah, yeah.
But a least favorite, I'd really have to look at the Best Picture winners to be able to name you one because I don't really think of my least favorite. I want to see like,
Mhm.
ooh, my favorite movies like one Best Picture. Like I don't
Yeah.
really. I sort of throw out the ones that I don't like.
I gotta go. My boy James Cameron, Titanic, favorite Best Picture winner. Least favorite is because I thought La La Land should have won, so I'm just gonna go Moonlight is my least
Moonlight.
favorite because they took it from La La Land.
Oh my god, you should have asked me. Like throwback to when we did the couples game on your conversation. I should have answered for him because I knew that. I was
Yeah.
betting my own money in my head.
Like, look, Moonlight's a good movie, but I mean, La La Land is just, I don't know. It's on some next level stuff, but
Movies about movies is like the formula for an Oscar win.
yep. And I just watched that again the other night, the whole debacle of that whole
Mhm.
mess up. I was just like, wow.
I was like, La La Land? You
Just
thought La La
classic.
Land?
God.
Don't know how that happened.
John saying, I'm glad things turned around for Nick Cage. Always enjoyed him. Yeah. Nick Cage taking method acting to the extreme.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, good to know. Pig is very good and Cage is way more understated than normal. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And that makes his performance even stronger because you're waiting for him to be zany and he's far from it.
Okay, this is cool. If anyone missed it, John Carpenter and Nick Cage interviewed each other recently.
Nice.
Laren, feel free to drop the link to
Sorry,
that.
what?
Please do, because I would love to watch.
For real.
Wow. My wife says My wife will say no if I ask her to watch an old movie from my collection, but we'll sit and watch the same movie if she comes across it channel surfing. Drives me insane.
Oh, look, it's on TCM. I have this.
What?
Vinicio letting you know he has the exact same KB or the set KB.
Of course he does. He's
Yeah,
a Fred head like me.
A Fred head.
A Fred.
Yeah, we just had Dave McRae on, who plays Freddy Krueger in Dylan's New Nightmare. So we're looking forward to when that comes out.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. That guy is going to have an insane line though. Okay. You're talking about Robert Englund.
Yeah.
He's going to be at Monsterpalooza. Yeah, well, because he's getting up there, you know, he's getting up there, so people want to kind of get their get their autographs while they can.
Yeah, and like I said, you have so many post Nightmare movies that people love and love him in, and you know he kind of went the director producer route, so there's a lot of that stuff out there. So yeah, he's right.
Hey, here you go, Born to Be Rad, KB the manager.
Whoa.
What up, G?
Hello. Wishmaster 2 is awesome. Good to know. Okay. Good to know.
3 and 4, nope.
Well, because I know I know the actor who plays the Djinn, the main villain guy in Wishmaster, he's in 2, and then I think 3 and 4 he's recast. So I think that's what's going on there.
Gotcha.
Scott Travis. Hello, Scott Travis.
Hello.
Black exploitation films were big in the 70s. Eddie Murphy was able to capture it in the 2000s. Could it have a resurgence?
I don't know because it would have to be something that flashes back to the 70s, kind of like what he did with Dolomite Is My Name. That was getting Oscar buzz and you know getting accolades left and right, but yeah, I think we're in a different society that will view blaxploitation films and the directors and producers and the studios that made it a totally different way. So I can't see it. It'll have to be some kind of flashback thing.
I'm trying to figure out the movies because Eddie Murphy was able to capture it in the 2000s. I'm like, what
the only thing I could think of is the Dolomite movie that he made. I can't think of anything else. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson kind of redid Shaft, but a modern version. Yeah. That's the closest thing I could think of.
Scott Travis, are you thinking of The Adventures of Pluto Nash? Is that? do you remember that movie with Eddie Murphy?
I remember that title.
Pluto Nash.
What about The Nutty Professor?
Yep, The Nutty Professor.
Yeah. The original's coming out.
Okay, here's a good question because I want both of these really bad. I really want Ace Ventura 3 and I want Nutty Professor 3. Which one do you want more, if any? Do you want either of those?
I don't think Carrie is in that mindset anymore to give us more of Ace Ventura.
Okay.
He's feral now, but for all the different reasons than he was back then.
Yeah.
What about Nutty Professor 3?
You could always go back to the well on that series because I mean they did it with Coming to America, It didn't work out well, but you know, it was still the effort to put it out there. So I think that's the main thing. You just got to put it out there and see who wants to watch it, who wants to stream it, and so forth. So
well, technically there is a third Ace Ventura movie.
Oh yeah, it's that junior one that they filmed at Universal.
Technically.
Yeah, it's like
was he in that?
No. I think it's his I think it's supposed to be his son, Ace's son or something like that.
Or nephew.
Takes on the reins.
Yeah, it has like probably -2 on Rotten Tomato.
Yeah, it's called Ace Ventura Pet Detective Jr.
Huh.
I was also gonna say Eddie Murphy, Dr. Dolittle.
Dr. Dolittle too, or 3. Dr. Dolittle.
Better than Robert Downey Jr.'s.
Yeah. I honestly forgot that even existed.
Yeah.
Wasn't Campbell's cameo in Spider-Man 3 as the ticket guy? Oh, was he a ticket guy again? I thought he was the ticket guy in 2. that turns him away. That like says like you have to fix up your tie and stuff.
Yeah.
Is he the ticket guy again?
It'd
in
be
3?
cool if he came back in 3. I don't remember that movie.
I don't
man.
remember.
I just remember everything that was terrible about it.
Yep.
Even the Venom character.
So much potential, man.
Yeah.
So much potential. And then like I see people making custom like slip covers and stuff. I was just on Instagram looking at somebody who did the trilogy, and it's just like it's so good. Like visually, it's so good. Like the black suit, Spider-Man. It's so good. Like the premise is right there, but man, they just it's overstuffed. But and then they came out with that. Do you remember they came out the editor's cut of Spider-Man 3? Do you remember that?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's not that different. Like it was like advertised as like a new cut of Spider-Man 3 that is supposedly going to make it better. And I don't think it did. It didn't. Look, as Dave McRae would say, like, shit is shit. Shit is shit.
There you go. He was a waiter in Spider-Man 3, Michael. So.
That sounds a little more like it. Yep. He was a waiter in Spider-Man 3.
Still not make me want to go back and watch Spider-Man 3.
Let's see here. Okay, yeah, no, you're thinking of Spider-Man 2, the one who wouldn't let him in after the play started. Yep. Let's see here. Everybody talking to each other. Benicio showing some Hustle and Flow love. Hell yeah.
There you go.
Such a good movie. Go check it out. If no one has seen it, Hustle and Flow is amazing.
And then try not to sing that song.
It
gets stuck in your head.
You
you go.
sing that song pretty frequently.
Hard out here for oh yeah, absolutely.
See?
It's catchy.
It's inevitable.
Catchy. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I was the producer's cut, but it's called the editor's cut. Like the guy that edited Spider-Man 3 originally, he came back and did his own version. Yep.
I wonder where you could get that.
It was in like a trilogy pack they released not that long ago. It was exclusively in there.
Cool.
Let's see. Has anyone ever noticed that Terrence Howard cries in every movie he's in?
And he says, "Mang." M-A-N-G. Mang.
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 I agree. Hustle and Flow is awesome. Yeah, Dell, it was cool to see how Rudy Ray Moore actually worked to make those films, and he took care of everyone involved. Hey, we got Make It a Blockbuster night.
Hi.
Stacey.
Finally got in here, had to grab some food.
Food does sound really good right now.
Food
Me
sound.
too.
Hold on. What's that? What is that?
These are my leftover sun chips from my dinner that I ate after we stayed backstage and we were talking for a while, Stacey and I, after our conversation, and I'm like, I gotta get something to eat because I gotta go on fans or something after this. So yeah. So made some grilled chicken wraps and a little French onion sun chips and a little cranberry spritzer.
Amazing.
Yum yum yum.
Do you like the garden salsa sun chips?
I do, but I like the French onion a little bit more.
A little more.
Or the cheddar.
Yep.
Cheddar.
They're all good.
They make me feel healthy.
The DJ scene from Hustle and Flow is me and my friends making music at 3 a.m, but it never turns into anything that good.
Do you have egg crates on the walls, Matthew?
Sterling K. Brown, not seeing the resemblance.
Me neither, Dell. Me neither, but people keep saying it.
Michael says Denzel could play UKB.
Sure. Denzel could play anybody in my eyes. Denzel could play you, Michael. Denzel's untouchable.
Favorite Denzel movie?
Ooh, I'll go for the low-hanging fruit and say Malcolm X because he did so much to prepare for that part. And just if you ever hit the wiki, you could see some of the stories that Spike went through to get it made. He ended up calling on his rich celebrity friends. So Bill Cosby, Oprah, low-key, didn't know until after he died, Prince, Denzel took a pay cut. All these people did all this stuff just to make sure that movie was made because it was that important to the culture. So I'm glad they did. But yeah, he puts his all in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Book of Eli?
Yes.
Is
It's
that one good?
over there. It's on
Okay.
it's on the shelf that's already made.
That one I want to see. That one I definitely want to check out.
Yeah. The least you could hear about it, the better it is for the
Okay.
experience of watching it. No
Sweet.
reading, no reviews, just go in blind as possible.
Yep. Denzel versus Gary Oldman.
That's some acting chops right there. That's some acting
Crazy.
chops. And before you ask me, not Reservoir Dogs, True Romance,
Okay.
favorite Oldman,
There you go.
just so over the top. And then on the complete opposite end, Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
man,
that
I
movie.
I was
Darkest
sitting in
Hour.
an independent, like a little art house theater watching that, and I just felt mesmerized just watching his performance as Churchill, and I'm like, wow, this is. I expected it to like get awards left and right, and then it was just like, wow. And then Dunkirk came out, and everybody forgot about it.
Yep.
Pretty mid otherwise.
Home Video Junkie says the parking garage scene from Death Sentence is quite good. Movie's pretty mid otherwise. Now that
I love,
parking
I
garage.
love,
Oof.
I love all the weed terms for describing movies these days.
Yeah,
That
so
movie's Reggie.
I like talk that way, like sort of ironically. So, and it's like
hmm
just seeing it, the movie's pretty mid.
Yeah. Hey, mid is still good.
Lee Winnell. Yeah, that's right. He's in that movie, isn't he?
Yeah.
Lee Winnell. Let's see. Aquafina is usually best in small doses, but she was amazing in The Farewell.
Agreed.
Mid-level saying Moonlight is a masterpiece.
Are you saying that? Are you like trying to pick a fight, mister, with this guy?
He's being facetious.
Pig is really good. Good to know.
It is.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that tonight.
Mhm.
100%. I don't think we need either Nutty or Ace 2. Yeah. You know what? You're probably right because we got Dumb and Dumber too, and
Yeah.
that was almost pitiful to watch. It was cringe.
It got its fans because I could tell you from doing the spreadsheet for Tim's top movies of the 90s, there were people who put that on there, and I was like, "Are you sure you don't mean the original?" But then I watched their videos, and I was like, "No, they mean that one." So go figure.
How was it compiling that? Like, did you find it fun, like seeing everybody's picks, or did you think it was tedious?
As my wife would say, he loves that shit. I little background story about me. I spent most of my career as an application trainer, so I'm used to standing up in front of people, helping them, teaching them how to use things. So Microsoft Excel, I see spreadsheets in my sleep. So it was just a matter of trying to remember exactly how to group it and assign ranking points. But once I got it, it was like, oh my gosh, I could do this, and then I could do this. And I looked at the clock, and it was 2:15 a.m. and I kept going. And then I sent Tim a message saying, you might want to check the spreadsheet when you wake up. I made a few changes. And I was like, oh, and check the tab next to it because this is where we are with the preliminary things. And he was just blown away. And it wasn't hard. It was just me recalling all the things I used to teach other people. So it wasn't that bad. It was fun.
Also,
I like helping.
Also, did you say people put Dumb and Dumber 2 on their 90s list?
That is what I said.
Why? It's from like 2014.
We had a lot of them. We had a lot of them like that. We had people put stuff from the 80s. We had people put stuff from the 2000s.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like you
Luckily,
said
they
that,
were
and
onesies, twosies, so they don't even count.
Yeah, like you said that, I was like, hold on, wait, something's not adding up here.
So wait, would you just like not count them, or would you contact them and say, "Hey, can you like pick a movie that actually makes sense?"
No, because the whole thing is, sometimes people thought they gave us 25, they gave us 24, or
Mm,
they put the same movie twice. That happened a few times. So you just count it, you know. So if it's supposed to be 1 to 25 and you assign 1 through 25 or 25 through 1, you just do it 24 through 1. So,
there you go.
Hmm.
yeah. And
It's
like I
wild.
said, because it's like an outlier, it doesn't say, "Oh, this is gonna make the top 25." No, that's for Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Did you have like a little discard pile of like ones that didn't make sense? Like, here are some
Yeah.
dishonorable mentions.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's
a
funny.
few. But everything is on that list that we put on the live stream description. So you're gonna see it
Okay.
raw. Sometimes you'll see, like, some people said, "Well, you had this at 56, and then you had it at 201, and if we combined it, it would be it's not going to make a difference in the top 25, which is what the show is all about. But
Yeah.
people were so concerned with like where their movies ended up in the ranking. And I can understand that, especially if, you know, you had things that didn't make the top 25, you wanted to see like accuracy, but the whole thing was about top 25. If I sent the list and I said, here are the 25, it would just save you from watching the video. So
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
didn't really make a difference.
And I mean, if you made a video with everything, you guys would there would still be a stream going. And that was how
800
long it
entries. 800 unique titles and entries to
That's
represent
crazy.
the decade. You got a
Crazy.
lot of fast views and likes. So
Yeah. There's the
can't wait for the 80s. The 80s is going to be bonkers.
yeah. There's the it's not a video, it's a written interview. So you probably lost half of the people that were interested in learning.
Oh yeah, he can't read.
um oh yeah,
Thank
I
you
won't.
for that link.
Yeah. Mr. Church is a very underrated Eddie Murphy movie. Mr.
I don't think I've
Church.
ever seen that.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it either.
I'm not a completist on Murphy movies. Like once he moved away from like the Beverly Hills Cops and the, you know, Delirious and Raw and stand-ups like that,
Yeah.
it's like all my favorite rappers and like comedians started making kids movies, and that's where the money is. So, you know, you can't go from America's Most Wanted to like Are We There Yet in my eyes. So,
I would say that a very underrated Eddie Murphy movie is from 2002. It's called I Spy with Owen Wilson. And he plays a boxer, like a world famous boxer who gets sucked into like espionage stuff with Owen Wilson, and then there's shenanigans that happen. But he is really good in that
hmm.
movie. I Spy.
Underrated Eddie Murphy movie. Not sure if anybody's heard of it, but I think it's pretty good. It's called Shrek.
No.
I think that is properly rated, and it is awesome.
Yeah. Trying to get this money for the rent. And
You're
Benicio
gonna
over
be
here
singing
still
that
just singing
later.
hard out here for a pimp.
You're gonna be singing that later. You're gonna
The
be
whole
in
night.
bed and you're gonna be like,
Hey, Tracy, love fans of something, and KB, love you right
"What's
back.
up, lady?"
Love right back.
With
What do we
the
got here?
Max.
Oh, okay. Favorite Best Picture winner, Moonlight. Least favorite, Green Book. So you picked the two
Close
Mahershala
second.
Ali movies.
Close second.
You picked the
Close
two
second.
Mahershala Ali. That's funny.
Yeah, that least favorite. Close second.
Really? Green Book.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Besides Mahershala's performance, not a fan.
And that's from one of the directors of Dumb and Dumber.
It comes full circle.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yep. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Your favorite is Glory. Have not seen Glory.
Good one.
That's a good one.
hmm
Bu-bu-bu-bum.
Matthew Broderick.
Yes. Let's see here. Denzel is better than Oldman. Close, but Oldman has a penchant
Penchant?
penchant for being over the top, though it's not always warranted.
That's what I like about True Romance, because it is warranted in that movie and it is over the top. But when he has to play something in a low stated manner, I think he also does a good job. But yeah, Denzel over everybody.
Okay.
Stupid.
Dumb and Dumber
It's like
2.
Meryl over everybody.
The overall list for the 90s was very interesting, says John. It was, yeah. And the production value was phenomenal on Tim's part.
He did a great job with those videos.
The Home Video Junkie. Have you seen The Game? It's a great underrated Fincher
Oh
film.
yeah, love that. Sean Penn, Michael Douglas, Criterion too. So yes, yeah, they play brothers. Very interesting.
Yeah. Have you seen that one? The Game.
What year is it?
97? 90, 98?
Don't
Somewhere in
so.
there?
I don't think so.
I think that's what it is. It's on
good for a
Criterion.
Yeah,
have the
it's good for a
Criterion.
one-time watch.
Yeah, that's why I had to think about it.
I'm not a fan of Jim Carrey. He got away with murder.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know this, but all right.
I think he laughed all the way to the bank.
Yeah. Make sure to hit the like and go sub to KB. He's the real deal. Yep. His link is down in that little @ You just click it, takes it right over.
Thank you.
What? Michael, you didn't like I Spy? Found it boring and forced. I don't know. I grew up on it, though. Maybe that's why. I was like a little kid watching it.
Nostalgia has such a major way of just how we feel about movies. Nostalgia has so much to play with it.
Yeah.
Like everybody who grew up in the 90s loving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I thought it was cute. I prefer the cartoons, but you know, if that was like your bread and butter go-to VHS tape that you would pop in after school every day, yeah, you're gonna love it.
Here is the I just want to show it here because it's taking me back to like I remember seeing this in Blockbuster. That's like this is like right in that prime era where you would see stuff like this. This is it right here. Attitude meets espionage. Look at him. He looks like a freaking boss right there.
Oh my gosh.
And then this is
the hat.
Famke Janssen.
Famke Janssen.
Yeah. Yep. So
she was hot for a moment there.
Yeah, she was. Like, whatever happened to her?
I don't know. I saw her in a couple of dramatic roles, and then she just it's hard for women, man, in the industry. It's like you go from like the young hot it girl to everybody wanting you to play matronly, and it's like there's little room for the in between. That's why I like movies like Widow, that had a great cast altogether. So I just hate to see like stuff like that, but it's part of how Hollywood does things.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
This one I do have to check out. Bowfinger, him and Steve Martin.
That's funny because two great comedians just going at it.
Yeah,
that is a good movie.
Scott saying, "What about John Q?"
Mm.
That's like he's like a brainiac in that movie, right? He's really smart.
Heavy. Yep.
Okay.
I was trying to think of what's the one with the guy from Children of Men.
Oh, Clive Owen?
Yeah. What's the one he did with him? The bank heist movie.
Inside Man?
Yeah. I like that one too.
That's another Spike Lee movie, right? Spike Lee joint. Sorry.
Spike Lee joint. 40 Acres and a Mule.
God, that is such a like that's the most unique one, right? Because everyone like the other one is Martin Scorsese Picture, because no one else still calls movies pictures, but Martin Scorsese still sticks that on his posters. A Martin Scorsese Picture.
Yeah.
But Spike Lee's is 100% the most unique. A Spike Lee joint.
From day one. Show enough, you dig.
That's so cool. Calling your movie a joint.
Mm-hmm.
The last
to the 30s.
the last act of the game didn't make sense. It was released in
97.
97. There you go.
Good call.
John Q is a really underrated Denzel movie. Says, yeah. I think personally, Pelham 1, 2, 3, the remake with John Travolta, is sort of underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it,
Yeah.
and I really
I'm
like.
glad that the original is getting some shine now that Kino put it out,
Mhm.
because that's a good movie. Was talking with James from 20th and 21st about those gritty New York crime dramas from the 70s, and it's nice to see them getting 4K and upgraded transfers, and they're not, overdoing it on the DNR because there's grain in this film. Yeah,
Yeah.
no shit, Sherlock.
Yep.
That's how it is. But it's good that people are getting a chance. Maybe they might have seen the Denzel one and didn't know it was a remake, and now they could go back and watch the original, and
Mhm.
not do the comparison thing, but just enjoy it as a separate movie with a similar plot.
Yep. You saw Pelham, right? I showed you Pelham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched it together.
You like it?
Yeah.
That's good.
It was good. Let's see here. We're approaching an hour and a half, so we're gonna start winding down.
In your last minute
Get in
question.
those last minute questions. Anything that you were hoping to ask
Hello.
KB on his conversation, but you didn't get the chance to? Eric, what's going on, Eric? Hi, all.
Hello.
Now we're talking about Sean Penn. My favorite Sean Penn film had to be either Bad Boys or Taps, then Carlito's Way.
Mm.
Wait, hold on.
Bad Boys?
Sean Penn is in Bad Boys? I didn't know that.
Maybe it's not the Martin and Will one. Maybe it was something else named Bad Boys. One that I think of is At Close Range, and I know that recently got a release. I don't know who put it out. Probably Kino. But I'm a big fan of Milk and also Carlito's Way. Once again, acting dynamic, like to go from playing Harvey Milk and really embodying that performance to, the almost comedic version of what we see in Carlito's Way. Serious, but,
Yeah.
still jokey in a way. Yeah, Matthew, I think you'll enjoy Inside Man. Starting to learn your taste.
Different room fans of something? Nope. Same room, just a
Different
different
corner.
angle. Different angle.
This is a studio view.
Yeah. John Q, I thought, was when Denzel takes the emergency room hostage to save his kid that needs surgery. Is that John Q? I haven't seen it, so I don't know if that's the actual plot of the movie. Okay. I think he's thinking of Johnny Mnemonic.
No, I don't think so.
Oh wait, hold on. Scott's talking to someone else. Okay. It's always confusing when you pull up a comment from someone
And you're writing in chat.
but like you're in the middle of their conversation with someone else. And you feel like a moron when you say, I think he's thinking of Johnny Mnemonic. My favorite Denzel is The Hurricane. How about some love for
said that
early
earlier.
Denzel?
Yeah.
The Hurricane.
He was saying that he was upset American Beauty won for Best Actor with Kevin, Mr. Spacey. Yeah, Lara knows. Original Pelham is fantastic.
I don't know, man. Man, like I do have to watch it, but I'm a
Robert
big
Shaw,
fan.
if you're a fan.
I'm a fan of the remake, and I know it's so totally different, just in terms of because it's Tony Scott doing his Tony Scott shit.
Yeah. Putting his touch on it.
And there's like nowhere near the amount of language. Like every other word out of Travolta's mouth is fuck.
And what's the one he did with Chris Pine? That was also a train, but
that was
different
another
type
good
of
one.
train.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah, see? 1983 Bad Boys.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Will
different one.
Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
Yeah, they own the Bad Boys logo. So okay, that's a funny because they're making the fourth one, and That one should have been called Bad Boys for Life.
For Life. I said that. I said if they ever make another one, they already messed up the name.
They already screwed up. Why is 3 called For Life?
Hmm.
But they even joked about that. I think Will Smith posted about it on his social media. He was like, "What? Wait, hold on. Why did we call 3 For Life?"
Hmm.
Twilight Time put out a Close Range years ago, but it was just a re-release, I think, by Kino a couple months ago.
Yeah, I know it was something recent. Thanks, Scott.
Okay, yeah, Dell saying John Q is the emergency room movie.
There
Okay,
you go.
cool. Good to know. Mama Blu-ray. Oh, hello, Mama Blu-ray.
Hi, Bonnie.
Unstoppable. Yeah, it was Tony Scott's last movie. Yep. Very, very sad.
Yep.
What a way to go. You know.
We
Tony
got to end
Scott?
on a brighter, happier note.
Yeah.
We're not going out on Tony Scott.
Just Google Tony Scott. You'll get all you need to know.
Cool. To end on a happy, shameless self plug for us, you, my friend, are lucky to join us on our anniversary.
Oh, yes. Today is our 2-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary. And we decided let's spend it with KB.
Who asked you how you got together when you had the conversation?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Full circle.
Blessings to you both.
There you go. Thank you.
Full
Many
circle.
more. Many more.
Yeah,
I
decided
like seeing young people in love.
to spend it doing something we love, and that's streaming with our friends.
Yep.
Awesome.
Judd saying hello and then following it up with happy anniversary. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
3 is For Life because they didn't think they were getting a 4th. Oh, okay.
Yes. But
3
you
is
know,
For Life.
Bad Boys
there's
3
always
love.
money in the next movie.
Yep.
Bad Boys 3
Like the
love.
banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand.
Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it, Laren.
Flood them with the congrats.
Thank you.
What year are you going on with your missus?
What year are we in? No, I'm just kidding. November makes 28.
28 years? Wow.
Congrats.
That's a congrats right there. Don't congratulate 2 years.
No, you gotta get it jumping off somewhere.
28. Wow.
And we just hit 31 together at the end of March.
So 31 collective years, but 28 married.
Yep.
There you go.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Good lady.
That's wild.
Let's me be me, and that's a lot. That's all I'll say.
Aw, how sweet.
And it's
Not
just
always easy.
now it's just turning into we don't even know whose happy anniversary. It's turning
It's all
into.
for you. It's all for you. You guys will hit me in November.
November what, may I ask?
17th.
November
17 is a big number for me.
Cool.
My
Aw.
baby girl's birthday. It's my birthday. It's our anniversary day.
All on the same day?
All on the 17th. Different months. All on the 17th.
I thought it was
No.
all 3.
No.
I was like,
That,
what?
that would be like epic levels of awesomeness right
would
there.
be.
But no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they
just
say
numerology 17.
all good things come in 3s.
Which goes against Bad Boy 4.
Right. Fans of something. Are you two married or are you two just 2 years being together? We are just 2 years being together. Yes, we are not married.
Take out that just. You are 2 years being together.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No just.
No
Yeah,
just.
sorry.
No
Yeah,
just.
Mike, why'd you phrase it like that? Or just 2 years? You got me in trouble over here.
That's on Michael, not on you, Ed.
Judd, question. What movie needs no more sequels? KB?
Oof. Where do we start? Most. I think you devalue what came before it every time you add another sequel to it. There's just a few exceptions where the second one is better than the first, and I mean, there's tons of live streams where you could talk about that, but you're hard pressed to find anything third and forward to say it was better than the original, unless you're talking about something like a Friday the 13th. Everybody has their favorites, who likes Final Chapter, who likes 4, who likes 3D. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything where I would say I want more. For a while, I would have said Rush Hour, but they took too long. For a
Yeah.
while, I wanted History of the World Part 2, but they took too long, and when they did it, nobody watched. Um, Sequels. No, I want originality,
Yep.
and I want people to appreciate originality because that's everything. It's if you have an original thought, roll with it instead of just going back to the well again. Yeah, but we as movie fans have to support the original
Mhm.
ideas and stories and, you know, not just complain about it while we get our tickets for Guardians 3.
Have you seen Beau is Afraid?
No, but I'm going to as soon as I have 3.5 hours of my life. I just started this new gig, so it's like when I'm done, I'm done. And if I have to do a live stream or I want to be in the chat for a live stream, it's like I remember when I could go to a matinee in the afternoon, especially when I was recouping from my surgery and all that. It was like I'm gonna take advantage and go and see as many movies as possible. And now it's like I can't go see any movies before like 6 o'clock. Ugh.
Mhm.
With normal people. Ugh. You know,
Ew.
or a Saturday matinee with children, unless it's a rated R movie. So
Well,
yeah,
actually, I've
I'm
seen a
definitely gonna see
few.
it.
I've
What's
seen a
that?
few kids in rated R movies.
Mhm.
Let me
Ooh,
tell you.
yeah, that doesn't fly everywhere. But yes, I want to see it. I'm a big Astor fan, big Phoenix fan, and yeah, definitely I'll see it before the end of the month.
That is A24. Yep.
And that's how we remember today's date because it's A24, April 24th. Haha.
Mhm.
Haha.
Our favorite studio. No, it's not our favorite studio, but
But it's funny.
it's a cool little movie nod. Great Arrested Development reference, KB. Eric Stone read they were making Bad Boys 4, 5, 6.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. The real question is, in Bad Boys 4, are we going to get a slap joke?
Ooh, ooh. I hope not. I hope not. Let it go. It wasn't that serious to everyone who feels violated and all this stuff. It's had
Yeah.
nothing to do with you.
Did you watch when Chris Rock did his live special on Netflix?
Yeah, and I would have
Watched.
watched it even if the slap didn't happen. You know,
Yeah. It's Chris
been a
Rock.
rock fan for years. Yeah.
What you were gonna? Okay, you were gonna say something.
Oh, I was just thinking because I was also thinking, yeah, there's really no movie like that I could say like needs sequels. Like,
hmm
oh, there's nothing that needs sequels. But I digress. I just thought up in my own little pea brain that they were talking like Shigeru Miyamoto was talking about sequels, like definitely sequels for the Mario movie, and
Oh,
that it
well, they set it up that that's coming, so
yeah.
Yeah.
it's almost like a given. I mean, you make $1 billion and you end your movie with a spoiler that kind of hints at a next movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of gonna happen. So
Yeah.
it's almost like I feel like that's already in the cards even before, like Alita Battle Angel,
Mm.
based on a manga, all that stuff. They plan to have multiple movies in that series, and the first one didn't do that well at the box office based on the time it was released, all the delays, all that stuff. Which I still think it's a great movie. I enjoy it. It's an excellent 4K, and sometimes these production companies will set this up so we'll have 2 or 3 movies planned. So I would say they probably plan to do like the Mario sequels.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
yes, I go with you on that.
yeah.
More Mario.
I I feel like had it not been the success, like it would have, dropped off maybe, but I feel
hmm
like because it's making $1 billion, that's when they're like, "Guys, let's go."
Yeah, Got to go
And
back to the well.
thinking of the potential of like who to cast for other characters. And plus,
Hmm.
God, I love that movie. So to hear me say I want a sequel for something is very rare.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
does something.
Yeah.
I just see it as inevitable. Not even a matter of like want. It's gonna happen. Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I'm in for that. I'm definitely in for that.
All righty, everybody. We'll wrap it up here. So this
On a happy
was,
note,
yeah.
Mario sequels.
Tony Scott.
fucking Mario.
I'm just kidding. No Tony Scott. No Tony Scott. So everybody, if you're not subscribed to KB, if you are watching this on a replay, if you find this later on in life, his channel is linked down below. Let me pull up here the correct background, get rid of the ticker, pull this up here. Boom, right there.
There it is.
At KB Loves Movies, and we'll make you a full screen here and just tell everybody what you got coming up here on your channel.
Thank you, first of all, for having me.
Absolutely.
Long time coming, and always happy to talk to you too. More conversations on the way. What I like to do on my channel is I call it KB Loves Movies because I love movies, and I like to talk movies with other movie lovers. So it's been more people in the BlueTuber community, collectors, fellow collectors, and I want to expand on that. I mentioned this on my 1 year anniversary stream. So you're going to see some faces that you may not know, some names you may not know, but I encourage you to come and support because you're going to learn something about somebody new. One of the people, I'll just put it out there because I mentioned it earlier. We were talking about The Five Bloods that was on Netflix, and I mentioned to Stacy that I know the co-writer with Spike Lee. His name is Kevin Wilmot. They won for Black Klansman. They won the Oscar for Best Original or Best Adapted Screenplay. So, personal friend, and I would love to have him on to have a conversation, whether it's through StreamYard or in person, however we can negotiate it. But I want to have more movie lovers besides what I would say is us on the channel. So look for that, and more importantly, support it. If you come to my channel, you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Still would like to get to 1,000 just to see what will happen from there. But yeah, just come over and hang out. I usually have conversations on Mondays, Wednesdays, sometimes Fridays if we're feeling jiggy. So, come and see what we're talking about.
There you go. Go on over, check it out. KB Loves Movies.
Thank you.
And just to wrap it up here, let's see. I have the thumbnail for this one, but I don't have the thumbnail for the second one. So the first one, I know because you're having, so this is actually perfect because Wednesday, your Laren conversation's at 7, right?
Yes. 7
Okay,
Eastern.
cool. Perfect. So this Wednesday, if you would like to do a double feature like you did tonight, hopefully with Make It a Blockbuster Night and KB Loves Movies, go check out Laren's episode with KB at 7 p.m. on his channel. And then if you'd like to, totally optional, come on over back to Fans of Something because we'll be talking to Vance Kelly, who is he's probably the most prolific when it comes to the Lionsgate Steelbooks. He has a lot of his art is featured on the Lionsgate Steelbooks. So big fans of that line from Lionsgate. So really excited to have him on talk. That all those prints behind him, those are all his original prints that he made for movies. So that's exciting. We're really looking forward to having him on. And then, like I said, I don't have the thumbnail yet. I'm still working on it. But the next day, Thursday, we're having Jeanette Goldstein and Xander Berkeley, who you might remember from Terminator 2, Todd and Janelle, when she sticks the thing through the guy's, he's drinking the milk.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on for another evening with. So 2 evening withs coming up with some really cool people. So yeah, we got that coming up. That's what's going on our channel. And we'll just say some last farewell comments, and then we'll wrap this sucker up. Let's see here. Hey, Laren, perfect. Have a great night, everyone. You too, Laren. We'll see you on Wednesday. Yep, we'll see you on Wednesday. This was so great. Thanks to all three of you. See you all soon. John saying good night, everyone.
Good night, John. Thanks for
Judd.
stopping in.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
How do you pronounce this properly?
I've been saying Gunshi.
Gunshi.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? You don't know? Okay. Gunshi, I hope we're saying it correctly. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy what you saw here. And yeah, that'd be a lot of fun to have you back. All I do is talk movies. Well, then you're on both the right channels. Michael wants to know, how do you know Spike Lee's screenwriter?
Former film professor turned friend.
There you go. Just one of those things.
Yep, it happens.
Let's see in here. Scott, I don't know anyone in here.
Well, you're still welcome, Scott. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night, all. Good night, Dell. Thank you for being here tonight.
Good night, brother.
Pleasure having you here. You met Jeanette Goldstein. Well, you'll meet her again on Thursday. She'll be here on the channel. She's a lovely woman. For anyone else, she was also in Titanic. She's the foreign mother with the two children that goes down with the ship. And she's also in Aliens. So that's her most prolific role, I would say. That's the only time I worked with Spike Lee. Oh, okay. You work with Spike Lee. Whoa. Glad I got in here for a bit. Great show. Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate that. Love your
hanging out, man.
Love your House of a Thousand Corpses set right there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. Thanks to all of you. Love hearing about and talking about movies. That's what we're here for. So
come back anytime, man.
Yep. All right, everybody. So we'll see everyone on Wednesday. But like we said, check out KB's conversation with Laren as well on Wednesday, 7 and then 8 o'clock. So it's perfect timing right there. And KB, stick around. We'll do a formal goodbye. But there's one thing you have to do between now and Wednesday. And what is it? Keep being fans of something.